Hey, how you doing? Orient's down, and Stevenage is right in front of us. I'll tell you what, it's going to be another nail bite. It's going to be a great game. Got a great pre-game for you as well. And this is a midweek pre-game, which I don't normally do I? But hey, it's a league game, so I have to, because I got no choice. I love doing the league games. Anyway, welcome in, and hey, what did you think about the last game? I want to know. Orient, what did you think about the last game? Because I'm going to go over a couple of points in this pre-game that are going to touch that. You won't have to think too hard where I'm going with what I'm saying. It's an edgy little show we've got tonight. It's an interesting show too. It's a lot of fun as well. Stick around to the end. You'll be wise to do so. And hey, straight off the bat, we're going to get into some highlights, but check out the menu right now. So that's where we're going on this show. You've seen the menu, and flick back and forwards and you'll see where we're going. But that's the flow. That's where we're going. And the highlights are coming right now. So take a look at Orient Wrexham last time out, the highlights. And for me, there really were only two, but one has to be seen again. And if you are a Stevenage fan, if this guy's on his game, yeah, he'll be on his game and he'll be tough to get past. Take a look. So, senior crowd, let's take a look at the highlights. That's why we're here. Yes, corner comes in. Arthur Okonkwo makes a point-blank save. Take a look. He has no right making this save. That should be in the back of the net. No problem at all. One more time. Brilliant save by Arthur. Brilliant. Corner comes in. Off the post. Nothing comes from it. No goals, but what a massive save. A worldie. A worldie. How did he make it happen? He was in the right place at the right time. Unbelievable. But a true keeper. They smell where to be, just like a striker does too. But hey, image of the day. Take a look at image of the day. This will not surprise you. So there you go. Arthur Okonkwo. Yeah, in the highlights. And image of the day. Fantastic performance. Man of the match. And I mean, he has definitely been one of the best signings that Wrexham has had, you would say, as a defensive player for quite some time. Man, the guy is dynamite. Came from Arsenal, remember? If you didn't know that, Stevenage fans, he came from Arsenal. Yes. Now, talking Stevenage, let's take a look at Stevenage against Charlton last time out. The highlights, not wasting your time. During these highlights from Stevenage and Charlton, pay particular attention to MJ Cooper, the keeper, how he starts this move rolling. And then finally, the second part of the highlights, how well Stevenage can defend as a team. The corner comes in. Murphy Joseph Cooper gets in there. Now he's looking to get the move started. Look at that. Great play by the keeper. Now they're going down the left wing. And Charlton, they really haven't got back and started to cover. The ball comes across now. Slides to the back post, and watch this finish. That's a fantastic team goal. Way to go, Roberts. Now watch this for defending. Off the line. So there you go. Murphy Joseph Cooper, the keeper, starts that move like lightning. He can't get it started quick enough because he can see the open space and what's possible, and that Charlton are dragging their asses getting back. As you saw, there was only one guy in that picture there that was sprinting for Charlton. All the other guys were just jogging along. And it made it real easy for Stevenage to set it up. But what a great two-way play and a beautiful finish at the end of the day by Richards. Absolutely sublime. But hey, they can defend as well, as they showed you too, yeah? So, two-way team, it's going to be tough. Let's take a look at the stats and stories head-to-head now between Stevenage and Wrexham. So now we're going to take a look at their head-to-head stats, my friend. Remember, if you're here for the first time, like and subscribe, my friend. Broadhall Way is where we're going, and it's the home of Stevenage FC. Now, talking about the head-to-head, I always talk about the head-to-head, yeah, each week. What do you think who's got it this weekend? Who's bossing their history between these two? Remembering that Wrexham's the third oldest club in the world, and, well, Stevenage has been around since 1976 in another format, yeah, but their history goes back further than that. However, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There you go. Wrexham is winning it 3-1. Now, the head-to-head stats, has games, and take a look at those games. There's the games throughout history. There's not much out there. Remember, I always go for the League and FA Cup if you wonder where I'm going. Now, coming up as well, there's another game in this series, and it's obviously coming Tuesday, and that's at Stevenage. So looking at the last five from Stevenage in 11th right now, the season's starting to kick off for Stevenage. I can see them staying mid-table, if not climbing a few places as well. And if the form gets better, who knows? But that's what you got in the last five. Wrexham were first for so long, and now they're in second. A taste of reality, you say? And looking at the last five there, Stevenage fans, you got a tough opponent coming in. Win-win, loss, win-draw. Drop a line down below, senior crew. Let me know what you're thinking about this weekend and about the stats and about the show as we go through. So this next piece, it's about Jack Marriott or Paul Mullin. And at the end of it, there's a question for someone to get answered. I wonder what that question is. In fact, I'm sure you're asking the same question. Just so you know, it seems both guys are steadily training hard, getting ready for the next game. But who's going to be the guy to take the lead up front? Will it be in-form Jack Marriott, or will it be our super Paul Mullin? Let's hope this turns out. So as we're nearing the kickoff here against Stevenage on Tuesday night, it's either Jack Marriott or Paul Mullin who's going to make the start. I wonder who it's going to be. Is it going to be in-form Jack, or is it going to be Super Paul Mullin looking to get the season started? I wonder what Phil's going to decide. Jack or Paul? Hey, we'll soon know, won't we? Also, stats and stories. Take a look at the league and the game stats. Some interesting stuff in there for you. I ask everybody to like and subscribe, pay for your ticket, and if you're a first-timer, come on, join the family. Get in here. Like and subscribe, pay for that ticket. Senior crowd, let's take a look at the stats. Yeah, the league stats from what it was before last weekend's games to what it turned into. So there's before the games, Wrexham on top, and then it turned into that. Like I told you, Birmingham would be going top by the end of the games if Wrexham didn't bring a top road performance. Unfortunately, they didn't. Do yourself a favour and flip between the two like this, and you'll get more about where your team was and where it eventually went. Like this. And the only unbeaten team still in League One is Birmingham City, 7 games in, no defeats. Last weekend was a 3-2 squeaker against Peterborough United. United were 2-0 up and lost 3-2. Two teams still looking for a win, Burton Albion and Cambridge United. Now, I want to show you the top 12 and the bottom 12 in a different way. There's the results against top 12 teams, just to give you an idea or help you evaluate for yourself where Wrexham is sitting in the league right now. 3 games against top 12 opposition, 2 wins and a loss. And now 5 matches against teams in the bottom 12. Look at the results. See who scored, see how it turns out. But 5 bottom 12 games, 3 top 12. That should tell you a story. Are we higher than we should be? Or are we going to slide down the table once we start taking on top 12 teams, especially the top 6? So there's the league and game stats done. We have to say, get well soon to one of our wounded warriors, Max CLEWORTH. Get well soon, my friend. Another striking image from Orient away last week, but a sad image as Max CLEWORTH is on the ground. The ligament damage. Let's hope he gets back as soon as possible. But one thing, don't rush back, Max. Get back 100%. Yes, Max, get well soon, and yes, don't come back too soon. Be 100%. Let's take the stats and stories on the Wrexham players. You'll be back in a flash. Starting off with the hot shots, press and pause. You'll get more time with it, as I say each week. There's your assist kings, press and pause. Clean sheets, stopping a bit. Arthur now, no goal conceded in 126 minutes. I wonder how far he's going to go. There's your yellow card crew, the bad boys club, as we say, and there's the even badder boys club. Yeah? Let's get back on screen. Each week, I bring a prediction image to say which way this is going to go. And Stevenage fans, this is each week, so get a load of this. But this week, it's got a bit of a twist. Normally, I only put up one image. But for good reason, I'm going to put up two, okay? Two images. And I don't normally do that, but this game's got two scores going round and round and round and round and round and in my mind. And it all depends on a few things. Get a load of this. Time for the prediction, as we always do. And I got to tell you, this one could go one or two ways, as many game could, but this one definitely going to form. You might see Stevenage running out 1-0 if they bring a top performance, and it's an if. But the other big if is Wrexham. If Wrexham bring a proper road performance, they'll win 2-1. If they don't bring a performance, they're going to lose 1-0. Anyway, talking about Stevenage and the game talk, Alex Ravel, the coach, he's been there twice. First time around, it was 26% win record. This time around, it's a 41% winning record. This time around, 5 wins, 3 draws, 4 losses. He's doing pretty well. And the philosophy is football, yeah? And if you look at the recent results at home, yeah? It's going to be a tough night for Wrexham. It really is. It really is. You think of the likes of losing 1-0 to Lincoln City. That was a tough loss. Then a 3-0 win over Barnsley. That's not easy. And recently, last time out, 1-0 over Charlton. You saw the goal. You saw Cooper, how eager he is to get the team moving. You saw, if you watched that game, how nicely they play the ball around and how collectively they come together. You're not talking about a team of superstars, but you're talking about a team. And if they continue to progress the way they possibly can, then I think 11th is probably light of where they'll finish. There are the signs there that they can go higher. Will they? But at home, they really are becoming somewhat of a fortress. If you're talking up front, Elliott lists 3 goals, yeah? You saw Roberts scoring the goal there. There's one. You got Good on 1. There's guys that can get it done. They don't score readily, but they've only given up 5 all season. That's probably the hardest defence right now, believe it or not, to break through. Wrexham's going to have a tough time. Tough time. Last 5 homes, 4 wins and 1 loss. That loss was Lincoln City. They haven't had a goal scored on them in 198 minutes. Yeah, read my lips. That's a long time. Probably time now for maybe a goal to be scored there. Probably time for that psychology to be used at Wrexham to get that opening goal. Because if you get 1, you might not need to. Getting 1 is tough enough. Getting 2 might not be on the cards. Let's just say that much. Unless an amazing performance comes out by Wrexham, which can happen. But it's going to have to happen for 2 goals, that's for sure. It's time for an away goal. Let's get that away goal. Let's get the early goal. And the bottom line is the home team is the favourite in this game. There's no doubt about it. The home team is the favourite. But it's going to go one or two ways, like I showed you with the prediction image. Obviously, Wrexham fans, you know this, but for the Stevenage fans, they need to know a few things as well, because this is a 50-50. You know, I give it halfway. I don't lean as a homer, you know, and you shouldn't do that. It's not fair. It's not respectful to the Stevenage, to the borough. Anyway, goal threats. Listen up, Borough fans. Jack Marriott, obviously, he's the top man, 4 goals in. You've also got Elliot Lee and Ollie Palmer. So those are your main 3. Now, Paul Mullin coming into the fray. Should he start? Should he not start? Wrexham fans, I know you're saying, oh, God's sakes, let's get him going. But you're also saying, well, Jack Marriott's hot. It's a bit of a dilemma. Paul, Jack, Phil's going to have to figure that out. At the end of the day, if there's any doubts, go with Jack. Go with the guy that's fit for the 70, because a fit Paul Mullin really can make something happen in this game. But he's going to have to come out fit. Is this the game for Paul to get it right? It would be nice. Because the longer it goes, it's nearly a quarter of the season, and Paul Mullin has not factored in. It was slow last year, but this season, it's slow. So will it be Jack? Will it be Paul? Arthur Okonkwo, 126 minutes and walking on. Is he going to get another shutout? And what did you think about that save? I mean, he had a few saves in the game. Oh, yeah. But what did you think about the point-blank save? I mean, that was absolutely nuts. Nuts. Can it get better? One of the best signings we've had in years. One of the best signings we had in years. And I'll tell you what, talking about the team itself, over the years, the last few years, I've touched it once already. The flat performances on the road, it's getting a little bit worrying, because if greatness is to be happening, the road form's got to get better. We've got to bring in big points when we can and not go into these flat performances where there's nothing happening up front. Look, you see the guys just kicking the ball down the field. There's no link-up play. There's no possession play. We know we can have the possession play. You get it at Wrexham at the racecourse ground every game. Why are they not playing the possession play and playing with bravery like they do at the racecourse ground, playing with confidence, but most of all, keeping the ball and playing possession? You have the ball, you don't get scored on. Possession football is the best defense. Phil Parkinson knows that, but why can't he get these guys flowing down the field on road games? We've seen it happen on away days, but the last few years, and remember, I go back a long way, but the last few years of Wrexham, the road form has been somewhat not as good as it should be, considering the team we've got, is what I'm saying. It's time to raise the bar and get the road form, the away form, better than it has been, and get more points in, and taking the pressure off the amazing home form, because Wrexham has had amazing home form. Let's not kid ourselves. I mean, I've got some worrying factors here for you right off the board here now, going on the board. The first one is last away goal was 177 minutes ago. That was Jack Marriott at Birmingham with the 3-1 loss. Here's two little points, though. 2-1 is a realistic winning result. Would you agree? Because that's what I think it is. With a top performance, it's a 2-1 win. But what do you think? And the second thing is, reality says, if we don't show up and Stevenage play the game like they did against Charlton, the result that they got against Charlton won't change at all. It'll be the same 1-0. So we have to show up. Phil and the boys have got to show bravery. They got to show confidence. They got to get on that ball. They got to spray it around like Real Madrid, like I told you a couple of years ago when we were talking how we were spraying it around. Okay, in the National League, also in League Two, but we were spraying the ball around. Well, I'll tell you what, the faces haven't changed. It's the same squad pretty much. Maybe a couple have changed out, but Phil's philosophy has not. So I hope you enjoyed the pregame. There's another one coming in a couple of days for Wrexham fans. And remember, Stevenage fans, like and subscribe. You got yourself another pregame for the next time Wrexham play, which is at the racecourse ground. Yeah. And side note, if you're going to go to that game, Stevenage fans, at Wrexham, book your bloody ticket now, is what I'd tell you. Put something there to reserve yourself a ticket right now, because I would. Anyway, Broad Hallway, Stevenage, Wrexham, we're going to definitely have some drama down there. Definitely. The only thing is, who's it going to be in favour of, and what's it going to be? Are we going to have a nightmare moment where someone makes a horrific mistake, maybe gives up a penalty at the last minute of the game? Oh, that would be terrible. Or maybe a red card comes into the game, because we haven't seen too many of these, have we? No, we bloody haven't. We have not. Maybe so. Is it time for a red card? You never know. But anyway, drama. There's going to be drama in there. Is this game the game for someone like Andy Cannon or maybe James McLean, maybe Ryan Barnett to be the impact player of the game? Or is it going to be an outstanding performance by Arthur Okonkwo as the shutout streak, the clean sheet streak continues? Right now he's on 126 minutes. Another thing is, who's going to strike gold? Will it be Stevenage in front of net, or will it be Wrexham? You never know. Who's going to strike gold for Wrexham? Will it be Paul Mullin or Jack Marriott? Is Marriott coming on to be relieved by Paul Mullin, whereby, with the soccer gods blessing this, they both get a goal? Wouldn't that be paradise for Wrexham fans? Finally, is Wrexham going to do the business and show up with a solid two-way performance? Not just sitting back and soaking up all the pressure, but getting out there and dominating the play, getting on the ball, being confident, being brave, going down the field in numbers, not just playing that long ball to wear out Ollie Palmer, to wear out Jack Marriott, whereby they got wing play. Those guys should be staying central, keeping their energy. But are they going to do the business? So it's a case of Stevenage, Wrexham, Broad Hall Way. Let's have it. Cheers.